Hello Runescape, Wilmazit here with a new video, and how is everyone doing? We are gonna be doing some heist. We're gonna go on a guards team, and I'm gonna try to teach you some basic, I guess, tips and whatever, and how to be a guard and how to actually win the different games. Even though we might not win this one, which can be kind of awkward, we're gonna go for it, and hopefully we'll be a little bit lucky. I have already met some of you guys playing Heist at the moment, which is quite fun to actually be able to meet some of you guys and talk to you guys in game, have a general conversation, and you guys seem to kind of know all about me with my videos and whatever, which is so cool to actually see. So I'm really appreciating that, and hopefully I get to play with more of you guys in World 2 at the moment, which is only, I guess, most active Heist world. Not necessarily too many people here, but at least it's active, and the minigame is just amazing. I've been doing it for several days now since the release, for hours on end. Been getting 410 points and 9 wins at the moment with all of these things unlocked, as well as guards, as well as robbers, which is quite fun to do. I haven't bought the most expensive ones because, from my experience, well, from what I know, I have never really seen a proper use for them, so we're not really going to do anything about those for now, not for my own use at least. So as I said, we're going to go into the guards one. I'm going to show you guys some tips and how I play guards during this and whatever. So hopefully some of you guys will try out the guards role a little bit more as well. A lot of people like the robbers more than the guards one for obvious reasons, but personally I think that robbers one is fun sometimes, but mostly I prefer the guards one. I don't really know why, it's just kind of how I appreciate it or like it the most myself. So what we're going to do in the beginning, the first and second, we're going to locate the notice board, which in this situation was in the corner. And when it's 2 seconds left, we're going to go and read it. What's going to happen here is that we're going to see who of the 5 robbers have actually been able to disguise themselves yet. So we're going to go right now and check if there's anyone who's still left to be found. There's 3 people who hidden and 2 people who haven't. So we're going to see if we're a little bit lucky to go and see if there's anyone who haven't been able to hide it, even though they should have been able to do that by now. Most people tend to run to the bank at straight point, which is kind of what we're counting a little bit for. So I don't suggest to go straight for the bank. We'd rather just run straight out and see if we're a little bit lucky and finding some random people who have yet to be found, pretty much, or yet to be hidden, pretty much, which is quite an okay thing to do. So as you can see here, there's already someone hiding in a house which is quite close to the sailor ship and whatever, and a lot of people tend to do that, so that's kind of what we're going to go for a little bit at the moment, and try to see if we can catch this person right here. Gonna see if we can accuse them. Okay, they're going down. Let's see if we can be a little bit luckier. Oh, you jump through. You have to right click there because they tend to be hitting a little bit after there. So accuse him, run after. Come on, go. Let's hope we're a little bit lucky with getting these people there. He's diving at the moment, so we're gonna dive just right after him. Hopefully he's not gonna get away here. Come on, epic escape, come on, we can do this. Guard will. Okay, he's probably gonna catch that one in, but that's not a worry. We can still get him here. Okay, you're nicked. Great. So we have 1 guard down, which means that he's kind of 1 life down or something like that. People with a great escape will get an extra life doing these kind of things. So I said it'll drown. That's kind of funny, but that's fair enough. Okay, let's see here if we can get up here at the moment and see if we can be a little bit sneaky. What I'm going to do is that I can see these people most likely covering that one as well, so we're not going to do much about it, but we're going to take a good use of the security sensor. The security sensor is basically a little tool that tells you if a robber is close by, so we're going to take it just next to the window here. They need to go in order to break into one of the houses, because that means that in order to get the loot upstairs, they need to actually step into my security sensor, and I'll get a little message that says that they are close to it, which is quite useful. And while someone might be stepping into that one, we're gonna be sneaking up close to another one here, and hopefully we're gonna be able to, I guess, cover these. So like in this example, you can see there's 2 houses here at the moment. I think one of them, you can be able to sneak into them and climb up and possibly get some loot. We're gonna check here if that's actually the case. We can see the door here can't be opened, but inside there could be a little bit of loot. Let's see if there's anything at all. At the moment there's nothing in here, so we don't really have to worry about anything. But usually, well, actually there's a ladder here, so people can't break into here. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna stand right here. In this situation, this one is taken, so not really much we can do about that. But let's say for this example that this one is closed. In that case, you can just stand here and at the same time cover 2 houses at the same time, while having a security sensor just down the road here, so that if that one goes, You get a little message on the thing here at the moment. You can run down there and hopefully there'll be someone closer and you can run down and catch whoever's there, which is quite a good way in order to catch some robbers. I also suggest whenever you can, like in all times, try to look for hints in order to do mini quests. Like at the moment we found like random house keys up here all of a sudden, so we're gonna go get that one. I'm gonna look for the crying lady, which is connected to the house keys here. And to do that, we pretty much have to run around the map and look for an upset woman, which is basically a woman that's crying. She's usually just standing still, so we're gonna try to do that. And what happens when you do a mini quest is that your perks refill, and at the same time you get a little trail to one of the robbers pretty much. It doesn't last for very long, but it's enough to get a little hint, I guess, of where they might be hiding, which is quite useful, to be fair. So that's what we're going to do at the moment. I'm going to show you guys how to do that, but first of all we have to actually find the I guess the other person. Here we go. Okay, let's take a little look at the upset woman here. Talk. There we go. Okay, we'll get a little trail here. It's actually straight around the corner here. Let's see here. Okay, it's this person right here. Busted. There we go. And there you can see how useful that is. At the same time, a security sensor got refilled, which means that it's quite useful actually, because I have two security sensors that works at the same time, and I can actually have the advantage of like if some of this one is used up pretty much, I can use another one because I did one of the mini quests. As you can see, my security sensor on this side I already been going off, so I'm going to run straight over here at the moment and see if there's anyone close to it at all. Let's see here. They should be just next to her. Maybe they already went into it or they panicked or something. But either way, we're going to run over here and see if there's anyone close. It might actually be this person here, so we're going to be a little bit sneaky here. The window didn't break at all, so the security sensor is still there. Let's see if there's this person all randomly. There's not. Okay, let's take this tramp instead. Or is it you? No, okay, 2 of 3. That's not that good at all, but maybe we will be lucky next time. So let's just get up here and see if we're lucky at all. What I guess is that whoever got close to it panicked and ran away, because happens quite a lot. Here you can see there's 2 up here as well that haven't been nicked yet, so we're gonna just stay close to here, and maybe we're a little bit lucky on whoever steals stuff. In this situation, you can see that this one haven't been broken either, so in this situation you can actually just stand right here, have a little lookout on this one over here, as you have a security sensor right there. And you can look out at this one and this one at the same time, which is quite useful. And in this way, you will be get to know pretty much if there's a robber trying to get closer. Let's see if this one is sneaky. Okay, that doesn't look like a robber at the moment. So we're just gonna stand here and see if any robber gets close to it. It is close to the bank as well. As you can see, there's already guards in the bank already, kind of making sure that no one steals there as well. And that's what most guards do in the beginning, which is people complaining about. But I'm gonna give a little tips to robbers there at the moment, which is using the resist arrest perk pretty much, because what you do is that you run into it very close to a guard, you use the perk which stunts them, and then you take your loot and run away again and jump down to the piers, well, to the warders here at the moment, because that helps quite a lot if you're after escaping, because the guards need to run after you. While they're diving down, you can climb up and escape and whatever, which is quite a useful method as a robber. That's personally what I use as well, especially in late game when most things are already looted. The good thing with the mini quest is that if you get them first, the robbers can't get them, because if the robbers get them, that is pretty much one free loot for them without us noticing very well, because it's very tricky to notice if anyone is doing a mini quest. And as you can see at the moment, there is just 1 robber left and 9 guards, and there's 8 loot to go. So this is how you teamwork. You make sure the other things is censored, you watch over the most populated loot ones, including having a guard checking over the bank one at the same time. And in that way, it's very hard for the robbers to get access to the biggest loot ones. They might get a little bit loot from other deserted kind of areas, like one up here maybe, or the one up in the corner here that no one really watches over, but that's far from enough in order to win the entire game. And if you get the mini games as well, you as a team, as a guard, have already won the entire games, which is quite awesome, very useful, and in that way you win the entire game. And obviously it's quite important to look for like weird moments, like if you see someone who like runs and then stops for a little while and have like really playing movement and whatever, or they stop quite close to populated chest areas and whatever, and kind of like walk around there really closer and quite a lot, those people are most likely going to be robbers. Also look for people that walk like I guess, in a weird way. Like, if they're trying to click on something, you always see, like, how they kind of turn toward them and walk in other angle than what they're supposed to be looking like and whatever. Like, you spot those typical player movements and whatever. So try to look for those as they're standing around and whatever, because it's quite, not necessarily easy, but it can happen that you see a rubber or something that messes up with player movements and everything, which is something useful to look for. As for the XP rewards, you get bonus XP for doing heist, which means that for hunter, it might not be worth doing this, but for thieving, especially for skillers, it might actually be worth it. The reason for that is that you get approximately 200,000 thieving XP for an hour with this if you're doing bad, as in if you're losing every single game and the game lasts an entire 20 minutes, you still get enough points for 200,000 XP in 1 hour of doing heist, which means that for skillers, doing Premier Plunder is the fastest way for skills at the moment, because Dwarf Traders is slower because of the combat requirements for like Runescape or whatever, which means that the Premier Plunder is the safest thieving method for skillers. However, Premier Plunder is approximately 190k XP an hour for skillers, and if you do heist, you get approximately 200k XP an hour by doing bad in heist, which means that heist is technically the best thieving XP in game for skillers or low level people who can't have access to like Runescape or whatever for Dwarf Traders. And that is pretty much how you win a game of heist as a guard. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of heist. It's an amazing game. Try out your best tactics as a guard or as a robber or whatever in heist, and let me know in the comment section what you do in order to win the games. My name is Will Miss It, and I'll see you guys later.